Okay, welcome back to Ghost Trick Phantom Detective on the Splattergy Guides. Is there like no sound right now? That's weird. I guess I'll just go. I hope there's going to be sound. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who's just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. Oh, okay, there is sound, okay. The atmosphere...
It's a little loud, too, by the way.
I was just waiting for the music to come in. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. Okay, now I can hear it.
Well, I could hear the blink! Blink!
Jeez, that's... Okay. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing.
What did he do?
But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe, and yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
As he settles back in the seat. Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. Alright.
Trick time.
I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers... Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Talk. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known for quite a while now, but I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of Ghost. Known? Known about what? We know about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator.
What's this?
Oh, Jad, where did you come from? I didn't even see him in the room. That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd.
Mr. Minister? Why don't you just tell us everything you know?
Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. Okay, so Manipulator.
The Manipulator!
There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd.
Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison.
There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common.
They do? They do they? Tell us more.
The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible.
Impossible?
The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition.
But how could that be?
The theory of the unit came up with the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Jowd's case. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases.
He has he?
Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective.
Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that.
My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake.
What?
The minister's mistake. You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like you, the two of you, to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister!
Shaky, shaky. What's going on with this document? What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver that document! I like that little mover. Hey! That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Fear, despair, and suffering. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I'd been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of a Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit that what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I have no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Sorry, hon. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And my wife found out I was then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. Whoa! She's bloomed. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out! And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everyone. That's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain death slam. What I'm not fine with is the fact that people can control and manipulate living...
That person can...
Yeah.
You said people.
People. Everyone can do it. Manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do.
Maybe we need to talk to Ray.
Apparently different ghosts have different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where does it come from?
Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What? What do you say? Chow, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too!
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Well, that and these random guards, but they don't count as people.
Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven! Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
He walked away fast. Inspector!
Ring.
This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Okay. Anyone want to say anything before I leave? Okay, well, I'm out of here. I'm in the phone already. We're off to the park. Hey, conveniently enough, it's right here. See you people later!
Will this result in a chapter end?
It better. We've been in this chapter forever. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off towards Temsick Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The Manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Zhao's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me?
I think there was supposed to be a break there. Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting?
Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Yeah! Chapter change! Finally!
I think we can end this. It's 14 minutes. We can end this video.
Oh, we should just stop here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Save complete. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll see you next time. We're heading to the park!
The park with Mark!
To the park
in the dark!
Mark, in the dark! It is dark.
With a spark! Man!
Now you're just making stuff up. See you later, everyone. I think Mike's lost it. We gotta get out of here.